Hey, what's up guys? Trevor here, and today I'm going to be narrowing down my top 10 favorite One Piece fights of all time. Now, out of the hundreds and hundreds of One Piece fights, this was actually pretty fucking hard. So, remember, it is my list, so if you have any kind of discrepancy with it, or you disagree with something, feel free to leave a comment down below. You know, you talk too much shit, I'm probably just not going to respond, but I'm definitely open for a discussion, and if I forget anything, let me know as well. Alright, let's start it off with number 10! Number 10. Zorro versus Mr. One, Daz Bones, Crocodile's right-hand man. Now, this fight was insane, because this was the first time Zorro really gets pushed to his limit, you know? I mean, prior to that, he fights Mihawk, gets obliterated, so you know, you don't really see the true strength there, but this was just fucking crazy. Like, Zorro having to learn on the fly how to cut steel, it just really showed his determination, his drive to become the greatest swordsman ever and to constantly push himself to get stronger and stronger. I mean, it's life or death at that point. Like, Mr. One's not fucking around. He's about to chop Zorro up, and Zorro comes through, and it's just classic One Piece. Number 9 is gonna be Frankie and Senor Pink in Dressrosa. Yes, Frankie, Senor Pink. Senor Pink being the silliest bastard I've ever seen in One Piece. So, that's just one great thing I love about One Piece is how they create these fight scenes that just hold so much weight, but they involve the silliest fucking bastards you've ever seen in your life. Like, you look at Mr. Pink and you're like, how can I care about this? But it's epic. One thing that was also great to see was Frankie getting his own fight. Frankie typically just clears waves of grunts that, I mean, he's really powerful, but he doesn't get a lot of his own one-on-one fights, which is kind of disappointing, but, you know, he plays his role, and, yeah, just seeing these guys so hard-boiled, just taking each other's attacks, boom, boom, letting them hit each other is like this weird honor, this hard-boiled honor thing, and it's so sick. The respect between the two in the fight is just absolutely hilarious because Frankie is a fucking weirdo, you know, he's always changing his hair, super, like, weirdo, and then you get Mr. Pink who's like, basically got this crazy baby syndrome. It was great to see this hard-boiled action of two manly men just bulking each other's attacks one after another, you know, until finally Frankie's the last one standing, he's able to get the KO on Mr. Pink. And just, yeah, like I said, the honor between them is just hilarious. The hard-boiled respect. It's a real man's fight. Number 8 is Luffy and Bluno. This is obviously the first fight where Luffy busts out the Gear Second, and it is a doozy, man. When Luffy powers up to Gear Second, and he just rocks Bluno with that first hit, Bluno goes tumbling across the place, gets up looking like, what? And looks over here, Luffy's already gone. Boom! Gets hit from the other side, tumbles across the place, looks up like, what the fuck is... Luffy's up top, stamps him! Oh my god. This is the first time you see Luffy. I mean, aside from maybe when he one-punches Bellamy, but you see Luffy here and you're like, oh, Luffy's a fucking sycophant. Like, he's nasty. Number 7 involves two of my favorite One Piece characters, Piranha and Usopp. Usopp being my favorite Straw Hat, Piranha being my favorite female character in all of One Piece. Just great moment for Usopp. Piranha's OP power of just disabling anyone, just completely dismantling them, making them too emotionally, just too depressed and too downtrodden to even, like, go on fighting, you know? I think I remember Sanji or Zorro being hit and they're just like, I wish I was a cockroach, I wish I was never born. Just Usopp being so negative that he gets hit by this and he's completely unfazed because he's always just such a downer. It was just a great little twist, and the way that Usopp defeats Piranha is just, it's so Usopp, dude. He trolls her. Like, this is some of Oda's finest trolling. Like, absolutely. And Oda knows how to fucking troll. Like, Oda is the lord of the trolls, and he outdid himself in this. Hits her with the cockroach. Usopp comes in with that. Hits her with the 10-ton hammer that turns out to be a balloon and just completely mentally destroys Piranha to the point of just fainting and she just can't even take it. Love Usopp. Number 6 is Sanji versus Jabra, and obviously this is the fight where Sanji unveils Diable Jambe, and this is just so disgusting. Gets the flame leg. Water 7 Enos Lobby is obviously where all the Straw Hats bust out their new tech, their new maneuvers. And it's unfortunate that this is really Sanji's like kind of golden moment. I mean, he has a lot of moments where he comes in and saves people, but it either like results in him getting his ass kicked a lot, or I don't know, like he has big like save the team moments, but as far as his one-on-one fights go, it has been hundreds and hundreds of chapters, and this was the peak. And me being a Sanji fanboy, I really, really hope that after this current arc we're on, that we're gonna have some, you know, a new Sanji top moment. I really hope that Sanji's just gonna give every one of those Vinsmoke boys just a mouthful of foot. Number 5 is Smoker and Law versus Vergo. Now this fight on Punk Hazard was so... Law blew my fucking mind, and I'm sure so many of you can agree with this. You know, Vergo has Law's heart trapped in the container, so the first half of the fight, Law's getting his ass beat because he can't do anything. He's like literally just stuck in this fucked up predicament. Vergo's beating his ass, Smoker's coming in, Smoker's getting bounced. Smoker's getting bounced by Vergo, like not even, you know, Smoker straight to Vergo's face, it does nothing. Vergo's hockey is just too sick. It's too disgusting. It's Doflamingo's right-hand man. Finally, Smoker is going in, he goes into his giant cloud, you know, and Vergo's like, oh, why are you doing that? Why are you doing this? It's just more surface area for me to hit, you know, because obviously hockey, you can punch any part of the smoke that Smoker created would fuck Smoker up. But obviously Smoker, you know, he saw Law lying in the cut and he created a diversion, so Law gets his heart back. As soon as the smoke dissipates, Law's up, and you're like, okay, Smoker's out, Law versus Vergo, what's going down? Vergo's hella strong, like, can Law even do it? It's like those moments you flip to the next frame, and Vergo, the mountain, all of Punk Hazard just cut in half. I think that moment for a lot of people brought Law into like the top 10 strongest One Piece characters conversation. Like, that was just fucking sick. So sick. Number 4 is Zorro versus Kaku. Just absolutely Zorro's shining moment. He whips out Azra. The blade beams are real in this fight, man. Kaku, I mean, even compared to the Ryuma and the Pika fight and like everything, like this fight was just so lit. Like, as far as a sword battle goes, it was fucking nuts, dude. Like, I don't even know what else to say. That fight was just incredible. It's Zorro's best moment. Not to mention Kaku's abilities are fucking hilarious. I mean, the dude's a giraffe. Number 3, Luffy versus Rob Lucci. Now, this was the dramatic climax to Ina's lobby, and this shit did not disappoint. Rob Lucci is still, to this day, one of my favorite bad guys, and I cannot wait to see if he comes back in the canon with CP0. I know he's in Film Gold. I haven't seen it yet, so no spoilers in the comments or anything. Luffy had to bust out Gear 3rd. Wasn't enough. I can't remember the name of Lucci's like special move that he kept hitting Luffy with at the end, but when Luffy says, I will not fall again, and then Lucci just gets him with 3 finishers in a row, and you're just like, the boy is toast, man. And you see Luffy going down, and he plants his foot and stands his ground, and then just hits him with that Gear 2nd jet Gatling through the wall. Like, that was one of the sickest finishers of all time. So good, such a good fight. Number 3 on the list. Number 2, it's kind of a cop-out, but there was way too many fights to pick one, so the Battle of Marineford is my number 2. From Whitebeard to Akainu, from Diamond Jozu to Akiji, fucking Marco and Kizaru, Luffy, Garp. You know, there's just so much going on in this that I just couldn't pick. I mean, I would say maybe the highlight is like Ace and Luffy squatting together, or Whitebeard and Akainu, but there's so many fights. Turning pages was never so easy. That arc is insane. And yeah, so enough said. If you've read that shit, enough said. It's legend. And my personal number 1 One Piece fight of all time is Straw Hat Luffy versus Usopp. Yes, all the feels. I can still go back to this fight and watch it, and like I get goosebumps every time, dude. Like that fight hurts me. I love Luffy, I love Usopp. Reading it, watching the anime, they did it so well in both mediums that it's just like, ugh, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it right now. That is Usopp's shining moment. Like, that is the Usopp that I want to see endgame. Just the confidence he had in himself, how pissed he was, like, with Luffy. Like, he was so passionate in that fight and so on his game. Like, he trolled the fuck out of Luffy. Like, you know what I mean? Caltrops, Tabasco Star, like, hitting him with the shuriken, and then eating up the bazooka with the impact dial, and hitting him with the impact, and just like, it was unreal. Usopp was nothing short of a brave warrior in that fight. That was insane, and it is Usopp's best moment, and might always be Usopp's best moment. Alright guys, that is all for my top 10. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, bye.